Guys, the video is about to start. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next story. Enjoy the video! Goldfish punch for the sky! Yeah! Oh, the train! I'm definitely gonna lose. Can you turn it off? I'll give it a try!
Once, energy in the city of Steamburg was very limited, and the city was filled with smoke. In fact, energy in the city was controlled by businessmen. People were willing to pay a high price to get that energy. Until one day, Titus, the private detective, who goes on adventures solving mysteries with Fyra, Bobit, and Pip, managed to find the Enigma device, a limitless energy created by Professor Lemming. But the Enigma energy, which was so massive, began to get out of control and cause some chaos. Thanks to Titus's cleverness, the Enigma was successfully subdued. Fyra also succeeded in making the mini Enigma a new source of energy for the people of Steamburg, making the entire city smoke-free. Thanks to their service, the mayor gave them a special award as a token of gratitude. And now, Steamburg has become a city that is
happily ever after! Right, Mrs. Finkel?
Of course.
Uncle Ryan!
My dear children, how are you all doing today?
Okay!
I'm so glad to hear that. Who wants a present?
Me!
You're very welcome, Mrs. Florence. We're glad we could help. Ha! Finally, another case solved. Great job, guys!
So, when are we going on vacation?
Bobit, do you even realize? You've asked the same thing more than 10 times today.
Sorry. It's just that we got this free trip from the mayor. I'm just bored. I want to go.
Don't argue. We'll find some time later, okay? Professor Lemming?
To that famous place.
Hello, Titus.
Please come in, Professor.
Congrats, Bulpan.
What? Congratulations, you say? My power business is in ruins, and now I'm forced to sell fish and chips in a restaurant. And you have the nerve to congratulate me.
But...
This is all your fault. You couldn't even secure the mini Enigma before it got scattered everywhere like this. After all your failures, how dare you speak to me so casually? Dalton isn't your father. The three of you are orphans. He only took you in and raised you to be his henchmen.
Is it true, Dad? You're mean, Dad!
As of now, our partnership is over.
This is all Titus's fault.
Wow! You look like a superhero, Titus.
Thank you so much, Professor. We'll definitely make the best use of it.
Not only that, I have something that could really help you with your investigation later. Now, find the robot symbol on your watch and activate it.
Hi, Titus. Is there anything I can help you with?
Wow!
Amazing! Professor's inventions are always so innovative. It makes me want to learn so much more from him.
Of course you can. Speaking of inventions, I've been trying to neutralize the uncontrolled Enigma energy, but without success. Meanwhile, the mini Enigma currently installed still needs to be repaired because it's prone to damage and its energy is limited.
Did the professor find another solution?
During my time away from Steamburg, I've been researching and discovered the existence of another limitless energy source. It's just that the location of this energy is unclear.
It seems this serious talk is making the dragon in my tummy angry.
Hey, Pip.
Hello? Titus! This is bad, really bad! Hurry, get over here!
Wow. Looks like an emergency.
In that case, I'll be heading home too. If you ever need help, don't hesitate to drop by my place.
All right, Professor. Come on.
Huh? Now? But the dragon in my tummy is still roaring to be fed.
All right, let's go! This is my servant's room. Jacob, someone must have been looking for something in here. First, I heard a loud noise. When I checked, the room was already like this.
It seems someone went in and out through this window.
Why are you still looking into that maid who betrayed us? Did you forget what he did? He stole the mini Enigma to give to the Coke organization. Clockwork. Yes, that.
Caw, 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 caw.
Shut up, Bobit.
Okay, sorry.
Huh? Ignore him, Titus. Let's get back to Jacob. Jacob has been here since before we were born, and he's so kind. I even miss going to the beach every week with Jacob. I want to find out why Jacob betrayed us. There must be a reason. Yeah, because he's a bad person, Pip. Just looking at her picture makes me so mad.
Don't! That's evidence!
Here, just take it home with you. I don't want to see that picture anymore either.
A pleasant scent. Luxurious. Soft. Are you wearing Jasmine Officinale?
No, why? What on earth is that, Titus?
Perfume. Jasmine perfume. A fresh jasmine scent.
No way!
Why is it impossible?
Because...
Smells so good.
Jessica, what are you doing? You know Jacob is allergic to the scent of jasmine. Let it be. He doesn't come back to this house.
But he's in prison, right? If he's allergic to jasmine, why is this perfume in his room?
Thank you, Titus, Fyra, and Bobit. It's so nice of you to take the time to visit me. Did Mr. Pip and Miss Jessica come with you too? I really miss them.
No, Jacob. It's just us. But I brought you something from them.
Oh, really?
are you? Jacob is allergic to jasmine. By now, his allergy should have reacted. His pulmonary vessels will start to constrict and close, and he will pass out.
I'd rather stay in prison than have to answer all your questions.
Fyra!
Vernon, I've checked Joseph's entire room, but that hieroglyph tablet isn't in there.
Where is he keeping that thing? Looks like we'll have to ask Joseph directly.
Is it possible for someone who used to be allergic to something to suddenly have it disappear?
I don't think we need to dig any deeper into...
Smells good.
Bobit, come on! Stop playing around! We still have so much to figure out!
Okay. Let me see these photos. Huh? Look! I just realized Jacob's nostrils are huge, aren't they? What? Am I right?
Something strange.
Jacob isn't left-handed and is allergic to jasmine, while the one in prison...
Maybe Jacob has a twin? No. He must have a shadow clone jutsu. He can multiply himself.
Titus, here's the data on Jacob you asked for.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I'm gonna head out now, since I still have tons of work to do. I'm the go-to cop after all.
It turns out it's true. Jacob has a twin. His name is Joseph.
But it says here he died 12 years ago.
Come on, let's make sure.
Huh? Oh no! Don't tell me...
What's wrong, sir?
Jacob's escaped! We have to find him before he gets too far!
Titus, let's go after him! Quick! The chip I put on him can't be tracked from far away!
He went towards the harbor. Come on!
Hello, Jacob, my brother. How are you? Thank you, Vernon. You and the others helped me escape from prison.
No need for small talk. Where is it?
Don't worry. I've already hidden that thing in a place that's...
This is it, right?
No! It wasn't me who...
This is a tracking chip. We need to get out of here. And you, Joseph, deal with your twin brother.
Oh no! The signal is gone!
By now, he must have realized there's a tracking chip on his arm.
Let's split up!
Huh? Ah! Help! Help! Joseph, please let me go! And you have to stay away from Clockwork. They're dangerous!
Shut up! You don't need to talk so much. They gave me money to survive. I will do anything for them, including carrying out a secret mission by switching places with you.
Have you got a plan to swap places with your brother yet?
Don't worry. Everything has been well planned.
For your first mission, take this.
What is this?
No idea what it is, but the boss really wants it. If you succeed, you'll get a pretty big reward.
Huh?
How are you, my brother?
Joseph? Why do you hate me so much?
Come on. You hate me too, don't you? We used to fight so much. Even when I was reported dead in an accident 12 years ago. You never tried to find out what really happened.
I've always looked for you, Joseph. Even when we first met and you pointed a gun at me, I'm just so grateful to see you again.
Liar! You've always cared more about the Claymore family than your own. Now you know how it feels to be thrown away.
Hey!
Finally, you guys showed up. Perfect timing. I was just teaching my twin brother Joseph a lesson.
No, Titus! Don't listen to him! I'm the real Jacob! Please, believe me!
No! I'm the real Jacob. I've managed to capture Joseph.
Joseph, please stop this! Oh, right. Bobit, perfume ball.
Dee-ba-dee, dee-ba-doo, dee-ba-da-doo.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Are you trying to kill me? Please, get that jasmine scent away from me. I'm allergic.
Oops.
Whoa!
Where do you think you're running to?
No! Help! Hang in there, Jacob! Sorry, Jacob!
Help!
Hang in there!
Help me! Help!
Oh!
Whoa! Help!
Hey! Don't litter!
You'll never catch me!
Not so fast.
Get out of the way!
Just you wait!
Take this!
Well, enough playing around.
Jacob! You're safe now, Jacob. Thank you so much, Titus. Let's go! So that's the story.
Jacob! Jessica, I think I ate too much chocolate today. My mind is playing tricks on me. I'm seeing two Jacobs. There really are two, Pip.
Oh. Mr. Pip, Miss Jessica, it's good to see you guys again.
Jacob! Come on, stop playing hard to get.
Come on! Wait! I really missed you, Joseph. I even went to the beach every week, hoping to see a boat appear in the distance.
I always went with Jacob to the beach. At first, I didn't understand why Jacob sometimes looked so sad when looking at the sea. But now I know why. It's because of you, Jacob, too. Jacob loves you so much. Jessica and I fight all the time, but I love Jessica so much. Yeah, even though she can be annoying sometimes. So, Jacob and Jacob too, make up, okay? We can't stay mad at each other forever.
Joseph. My name is Joseph.
We're orphans now! Where are we supposed to go?
There, don't cry. You can stay with Mrs. Finkles at the orphanage.
Is that true, Titus?
Of course. Mrs. Finkles will be happy to have you.
Yay! Thank you, Titus!
Tonight, you can rest at my place. Tomorrow morning, I'll take you to Mrs. Finkles' place. Titus, congratulations on the award you received. But you must be careful. This is just the beginning. Watch out for those around you. Mint scent. What's wrong, Jacob?
Titus, I just remembered. It's about clockwork. They got something from Joseph, but I don't know what it is or what it's for.
If you guys like this video, give it a like and comment down below. See you in the next video!